Have you ever stopped to wonder, what does it really take to live a long and healthy life? Is it simply about good genes, or is there something more? For years, the so-called blue zones, places like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, have been celebrated as the ultimate longevity hotspots. You may have heard that people in these regions routinely live past 100, seemingly defying the aging process. But what if I told you that recent research is revealing a very different picture? Yes, it turns out that some of the longest living populations in the world may not be in the places you think. In fact, younger generations in some traditional blue zones are actually losing their longevity advantage. Their modern lifestyles, influenced by processed foods and a more sedentary way of life, are beginning to erode the very habits that once made these places extraordinary. At the same time, new longevity champions have quietly emerged, countries where people are outliving even those in the blue zones, yet they don't get nearly as much attention. So, which countries are truly leading the way in life expectancy today? What secrets do their people hold? And, most importantly, how can you apply those same principles to your own life? That's exactly what we're about to uncover in this video. We'll break down the latest research, challenge some outdated myths, and take a deep dive into the everyday habits that can help you add years, not just to your life, but to your healthy life. And here's the best part, these longevity secrets aren't just about diet or exercise. They go beyond that. Some of them might seem counterintuitive, while others may be surprisingly simple to adopt. But one thing is certain, by the end of this video, you will walk away with practical, science-backed insights that you can start implementing today to improve your own health and well-being. So, whether you're fascinated by longevity science or just looking for small, powerful changes to live a longer and more vibrant life, stick around. I promise this is information you don't want to miss. And if you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Natural Healing Hub, and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. Let's dive in. Section 1. Are blue zones still the longevity champions? For decades, Okinawa and other well-known blue zones have been praised as the ultimate longevity hotspots. But are they still the undisputed champions of long life? The truth is more complex than the popular narrative suggests. While these regions once boasted an unusually high number of centenarians, modern research has uncovered some surprising trends that challenge what we thought we knew. One of the biggest shifts is happening in Okinawa, Japan. Historically, Okinawans followed a plant-based diet, rich in sweet potatoes, vegetables, and tofu, with minimal meat and processed foods. They also embraced an active lifestyle and maintained strong social connections, factors that have been linked to long and healthy lives. However, things have changed. A study published in Gerontology found that Okinawans born after World War II no longer enjoy the same longevity as their ancestors. Researchers believe that westernization, particularly dietary changes, increased calorie consumption, and rising BMI levels, has contributed to a decline in overall life expectancy. Instead of their traditional diet, many younger Okinawans now consume more processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, choices that are associated with chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. But it's not just lifestyle changes that have cast doubt on the status of blue zones. Questions have also been raised about the accuracy of longevity data in these regions. A 2010 BBC investigation found that over 238,000 supposed centenarians in Japan were still listed as alive in official records, despite having been deceased or missing for years. While this doesn't mean that blue zones are a myth, it does suggest that some reported figures may be inflated or outdated. This raises an important question. If traditional blue zones are losing their longevity edge, which countries are leading the way today? Recent global health data points to places like Switzerland, Singapore, and certain regions of Scandinavia as having some of the highest life expectancies in the world. These countries emphasize high-quality healthcare, balanced diets, active lifestyles, and strong social safety nets, elements that play a crucial role in extending both lifespan and health span. The key takeaway here isn't to dismiss the blue zone lifestyle altogether. Many of the core principles, like eating more whole foods, staying active, and maintaining strong social ties, are still backed by science as essential for longevity. But as the world evolves, so do the factors that influence how long we live. The real secret to longevity might not be about where you live, but how you live. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. Section 2. Which countries lead in life expectancy today? One of the most fascinating aspects of longevity is that different countries achieve it through unique lifestyle and cultural factors. While the famous blue zones have received much attention, recent data suggests that places like Hong Kong, Switzerland, and the Nordic nations are leading the way in life expectancy. What makes them stand out? Let's break it down. Hong Kong is a remarkable case. Despite being one of the most densely populated cities in the world, it consistently ranks at the top for life expectancy. One major factor is diet. Traditional Cantonese cuisine is built on fresh ingredients, lean proteins like fish and tofu, and a variety of vegetables. Unlike heavily processed Western diets, meals in Hong Kong are often light, yet nutrient-dense. Stir-frying, a common cooking method, retains the natural flavors of food while preserving essential vitamins and minerals. Portion control also plays a role. In many Western countries, portion sizes have increased dramatically over the past few decades, contributing to rising obesity rates. In contrast, people in Hong Kong tend to eat smaller portions, even when it comes to fast food. A study comparing soft drink sizes found that a medium soda in Hong Kong is about 5 ounces smaller than its American counterpart. This subtle difference, repeated over a lifetime, can have a significant impact on overall calorie intake and metabolic health. But diet isn't the only factor. Hong Kong residents are incredibly active. A Stanford University study found that people in Hong Kong walk more than any other population in the world, averaging around 6,880 steps per day. With a city designed for walking, featuring pedestrian-friendly streets, efficient public transportation, and stairs built into the urban landscape, daily movement becomes a natural part of life. Research has repeatedly shown that regular physical activity lowers the risk of heart disease, obesity, and even cognitive decline, all of which contribute to a longer lifespan. Moving over to Europe, Switzerland offers a completely different, yet equally effective, model for longevity. The country's breathtaking alpine landscape encourages an active lifestyle, with many Swiss citizens regularly engaging in hiking, skiing, and other outdoor activities. Unlike sedentary office cultures in some parts of the world, physical activity is deeply embedded in daily life. Another critical factor is Switzerland's diet, particularly in regions with Mediterranean influences. Studies have consistently shown that the Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, nuts, whole grains, and fresh vegetables, promotes heart health and reduces inflammation, both of which are linked to longer lifespans. Even in Switzerland's more central regions, the emphasis on high-quality, minimally processed foods is a common theme. The Swiss also consume moderate amounts of dairy, particularly cheese and yogurt, which provide essential probiotics and calcium. Perhaps just as important as diet and exercise is overall life satisfaction. Switzerland consistently ranks among the happiest countries in the world. Studies have shown a strong link between happiness and longevity, with lower stress levels reducing the risk of chronic illnesses like heart disease and high blood pressure. In Switzerland, a combination of strong social support, a stable economy, and excellent healthcare contributes to a sense of well-being that ultimately impacts lifespan. Now, let's talk about the Nordic countries, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, another group that consistently ranks among the highest in life expectancy. One of their secret weapons is the Nordic diet, which shares similarities with the Mediterranean diet but is tailored to a colder climate. Instead of olive oil, the Nordic diet relies on canola oil, which is also rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. Whole grains like rye, barley, and oats are staples, along with an abundance of root vegetables and berries, which are packed with antioxidants. Another unique longevity factor in these countries is the consumption of wild game and fish. Unlike industrially farmed meat, wild game, such as elk and reindeer, is leaner and free from antibiotics and hormones. Nordic populations also consume a lot of fatty fish like salmon and herring, which provide omega-3 fatty acids known to support brain and heart health. But perhaps one of the most fascinating cultural practices contributing to longevity in the Nordic region is sauna bathing. Studies have linked frequent sauna use to a reduced risk of heart disease, improved circulation, and even lower rates of dementia. In Finland, for example, regular sauna visits are a deeply ingrained part of life, with some studies suggesting that people who use saunas multiple times a week have a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those who don't. The combination of heat exposure and relaxation helps reduce stress and improve overall well-being. So, what's the key takeaway from all of this? The countries with the highest life expectancies don't follow a single formula, but they do share some common principles. They prioritize fresh, whole foods over processed ones. They integrate movement into daily life, whether through walking, hiking, or outdoor activities. They maintain strong social connections, which are vital for mental and emotional well-being. They manage stress effectively, whether through happiness, relaxation practices, or cultural habits like sauna use. This is great news because it means that you don't need to live in a specific place to adopt these habits. By making small but meaningful changes, like adjusting your diet, walking more, or finding ways to reduce stress, you can apply these longevity principles to your own life. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these longevity secrets do you already practice, and which ones are you excited to try? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into longevity, don't forget to subscribe to Natural Healing Hub for more insights on living a healthier, longer life. Conclusion. As we wrap up, it's clear that there's so much we can learn from the world's longest living populations. Whether it's Hong Kong, Switzerland, or the Nordic countries, they each have their own unique approach to life that contributes to their remarkable longevity. But when we break it all down, we can see that the habits that lead to long, healthy lives are universal in their simplicity and practicality. So, let's take a moment to reflect on what we can learn from these cultures and how you can apply these lessons to your own life. First and foremost, it's important to focus on a balanced diet. The key takeaway here is to prioritize whole foods, lean proteins, and fiber-rich vegetables. A diet based on fresh, nutrient-dense foods provides your body with the essential vitamins and minerals needed to stay healthy over the long term. And don't forget about gut health. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, or yogurt can be great additions to your meals, as they help support a healthy gut microbiome, which is now known to be critical for overall well-being. But it's not just about what you eat, it's about how much you eat. Portion control is another crucial lesson we can learn. In places like Okinawa, Japan, the practice of hara-hachi-bu, eating until you're 80% full, is a great strategy to avoid overeating. It's a simple yet powerful way to prevent weight gain and promote healthy digestion. When you're mindful of your portion sizes, you're also helping to reduce your risk of chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and even some forms of cancer. It's not about deprivation, but about finding that perfect balance that keeps you nourished without overloading your system. Now, let's talk about staying active. If there's one thing that all these longevity hotspots have in common, it's that physical activity is deeply integrated into daily life. Whether it's walking, hiking, or engaging in regular exercise, movement is a non-negotiable aspect of their lifestyles. It's not just about hitting the gym, it's about being active throughout the day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk more, or find fun ways to get your body moving. The important thing is consistency. Even small amounts of daily activity can have an enormous impact on your overall health, improving everything from cardiovascular health to mental clarity. Mental well-being is another critical piece of the puzzle. In many of the longest living populations, happiness and stress management are given the attention they deserve. Studies have shown that mental health plays a huge role in how long we live and how well we age. Finding ways to manage stress, practicing mindfulness, and engaging in activities that bring you joy are all essential practices to maintain a healthy and balanced life. Connecting with others, nurturing your social relationships, and feeling supported emotionally can make all the difference when it comes to reducing stress and enhancing longevity. Remember, a positive outlook on life can be just as important as eating a healthy diet or exercising regularly. By adopting these simple habits, eating a balanced diet, practicing portion control, staying active, and prioritizing mental well-being, you could significantly increase your chances of living not only a longer life, but also a vibrant and fulfilling one. It's not about following a strict regimen, but rather incorporating small, sustainable changes into your daily routine that will add up over time. I hope this video has inspired you to take action and start making some changes that could improve your health and well-being. Remember, longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better, and that starts with the choices we make today. If you've enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, I'd love for you to hit that like button, subscribe to Natural Healing Hub, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your health journey is an ongoing process, and we're here to help guide you every step of the way. Thank you for sticking with us through this deep dive into the secrets of the world's longest living populations. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What habits are you excited to incorporate into your own life? Or maybe you already practice some of these longevity strategies. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and remember, your journey to a longer, healthier life starts with the small changes you make today. See you in the next video.